What's up, world? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitter? What's up, everybody who's tuning in? You know who I am, Lee Zellers, the host of the Basement Show After Dark. I got somebody sitting across from me, because I wouldn't be doing the show if I didn't have somebody sitting across from me. I almost knocked over my water. Y'all would have saw that, and y'all would have laughed. Shame on you. I got talent again on the show, sitting across from me. Singer, songwriter, songstress,
Yes.
Deanna Dukes in the house.
Yes.
How are you, Deanna?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I gotta make it official.
Yes.
So, are you from here, Cincinnati?
I am born and raised Cincinnati, Ohio. Yes.
Born and raised, planted here in Cincinnati.
Yes.
Roots are right here in the
Roots
Natty.
will always be right here in the Natty.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, what school? What high school?
Princeton. I graduated from Princeton High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to worry about going to like the crazy Hughes High because it was some drama.
No, but you know, I always wanted to go to one of the public schools, but it didn't happen. I don't know why. I just wanted to be.
It would have been. I'll just say the public schools had their share of entertainment.
It did.
They had a lot of entertainment.
It did, but so did Princeton.
Yeah.
So I'm a proud Princeton alumni.
Okay. See, I remember like my first year at Hughes. My introduction was a guy going out on a stretcher. Mm-hmm. He OD'd in the bathroom. Oh. Yeah. So that was.
Oh wow.
Welcome to Hughes High.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Princeton, born, raised, planted here.
Yes.
Roots are here in Cincinnati.
Yes.
So are you married, single, looking, not looking? What's going on?
I'm just being me.
Okay.
I'm just being me. I'm very single.
Very single.
No children. It's just me working.
So it's not one of those, because you know how they always do on Facebook, complicated.
No.
See,
How can it be complicated?
Yeah,
either it is or it's not. Just that it's no black. It's black and white. No gray.
That's good. See, I like that. I like when it's not complicated. Because when you hear that complicated, that makes some of us think like, okay, so if I go out on a date with you, is that a possibility that somebody might drive by, we sit at the restaurant, and all of a sudden some shots come through the window because some shit is complicated.
And don't get me wrong, it is complicated. And they make for some good songs, so, you know.
Okay. And speaking of good songs, I was listening to the one track, Inside My Love.
Yes.
And how you come up with that idea?
Well, actually, that song, a guy named James True, he wrote that song for me, and we've done a few other songs. He's very, very extremely talented, and I love me and him have such a great relationship as far as in the studio. It's the chemistry is so awesome, and I love working with him. And he wrote that song for me. He usually I'll give him like what I'm feeling or what I'm going through, and he can just take it and just produce a great song. So I love that song. A lot of people love that song.
Yeah, that's real nice. I like that. Yeah. It's sexy too.
It's sexy, and that was different for me. So you know, he took me out of my box a little bit.
So is it that you said that's different for you? Do you normally like not do the sort of sexy type?
Right. Well, at that time, up until then, I had never done anything like that. Okay. But the new album is so old, I'm showing my age with that. But the new project is going to have quite a bit.
They still say it.
Yeah. I wish I could put it on vinyl.
Oh, wouldn't that be so
great? That would be awesome.
You know, see, that's what some artists should do sometimes. Sometimes some artists should just go like straight retro, get the LPs.
I'm telling you, I still have a record player, and I still go what people say a crate.
Yeah, I got a crate sitting over in the back.
I sure do.
Got zapped because I saw you did some stuff with zapped. I had some people down here and they were looking through my crate and they was like, if something come up missing, I'm like, yeah, I'm be checking you.
Right. You sound like my mom, because when I was younger, I used to take her albums and sit over in the corner with my little Fisher-Price record player, and to this day, she won't let me live it down. Like, what happened to my Gene Carm, my Jocelyn Brown CD album?
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Now I'm going back to the relationship thing, but I'm not going in there deep and like trying to like pull out some stuff and personal, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But so is it like, how is it for like a relationship for you? Like, because I think sometimes with artists, because we can be kind of crazy.
Yes, very much so.
We kind of crazy.
Very much so.
And sometimes trying to deal with a person in our mind that we be in with our creativity, it can be that can be complicated.
Yes.
So how is that? Because it's like I'm just imagining like a guy dating you or whatever. He's trying to get serious with you, but you're like, I gotta go do a show here. I gotta go to the studio. I gotta go back and do a show. I gotta go back to the studio. And he's kind of like, what about just like hanging out with me sometimes?
Right.
So,
It's very extremely complicated. I've been going through that, and that might be one of the reasons why I'm single, because a lot of people don't understand that it's a totally different world.
Right.
So, and especially when that's your business
Right.
and that's your job, a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
And then for me, as a female, it's especially the entertainment industry in itself is male dominated.
Right.
So a man doesn't understand that.
Right.
But I've been through it. You know, I've been doing this for so long. You know, I know when a snake is coming
right.
to me.
Right.
And it's like, it's about business.
Right.
And that's what I try to, anyone that I, decide to, be in a relationship with or deal with, I try to explain that to them, like, it's business, and I keep it business. If it ever goes outside of that, then I don't want anything
Right.
to do with it.
Because I'm guessing too sometimes dealing with a person who has to be very understanding in a sense too, because if you don't have the right guy and you got the kind of guys that like, so you're doing another track with that one dude again,
Oh,
the guy with all the
goodness.
muscles and them pecs and all that stuff, you know,
Yeah.
that type of thing. So you have to have a guy that's very secure
Right.
with himself, that he
Right.
knows that, like you said, it's about business, it's professional, and yeah, we're going to be in the studio for the next
Right.
10, 20 hours.
And you even try to bring them in the studio with you, but
Right.
everybody, they still don't. Or I've tried to bring people on the road with me.
No.
Everyone is not built for that. That's a totally different ballgame,
Right.
and everyone is not built for that. So.
Now, see, what I wonder sometimes too is like, it's just like with a lot of people you see in Hollywood, and they together, they're not together, and they're together, whatever. And I wonder sometimes, because a lot of times with them, they will get with somebody who's in the business that they're in. And,
Right.
I wonder sometimes is how much of a struggle is that, because now it's like, if you off in the studio and you off writing, then this person, they off writing, they in the studio, so then
Right.
it's like you got to really try to find
Right.
time.
I think with anything, it's about building a great foundation.
Right.
And as long as you have that foundation, nothing can, tear that apart or tear that down. So, and a lot of us don't build a good foundation
Right.
first.
So yeah, I see. Like I said, you're a singer songwriter. What inspires you? What is it that gets you? Do you just? Is it just? Can it be just things going on in your life, and things going on in other people's life, or how do you get your motivation to write?
Everything, anything. It could be something that in a conversation that we're having,
Right.
and you might trigger something like, man, that might make a great song, or yeah, I'm gonna use that idea. But most of it, especially with my project I'm working on now, is what I've gone through. So definitely real life things, and mostly what I've gone through, and the things that I've seen.
See, I'm sitting here thinking now. She said, out of this conversation, a song might come.
Yeah,
The
you
Zellers.
definitely. Yeah,
theme
I'll
song.
put your name on. I'll put your name involved. Yeah, I'll put your name. I don't do that to people. yeah.
So do you when you write? Do you play? Do you play any instruments?
I do not. I played clarinet in high school, and that was it. I can read music,
Okay.
but
Well, a lot of people can't read music.
yeah, but I cannot.
But I think that's because I think there's probably like a lot of these so-called singers of today, which I don't call them singers, but they do. But I'm not gonna. But I'm pretty sure they don't read music. I remember Prince talking about Beyonce. I don't know if she played any instruments or not, but he said what was impressive about her that she could read music, and he said she also could read Egyptian music, whatever.
I would love to be in a session with her to see how, they work, or even Prince. I would love to sit in on a session with one of them and just see how they operate.
Yeah. See, I've done some stuff, like I used to do still photography. And I worked with some groups before. And the whole artist thing being crazy. Yeah, y'all musicians, y'all
try to see
crazy.
that. Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there sometimes and I'm like,
I admit.
hey, how many times that section of the song do you got to keep doing? It's like, it sound the same like it did the last 20 takes.
It sure, yeah, it sure does. And I'm probably I am an extreme perfectionist, and especially when it comes to the studio, it's like you have to say, okay, you know what, we're not doing this again. Let's
Right.
keep moving, because if not, I'll keep doing it,
Right.
and we won't ever get anywhere. So, you know, they have to stop me and say, no, that's fine, that's perfect, let's go. So, yeah, we, you know.
Yeah. Well, I had Walt Coleman on here last week. He was saying the same
Walt.
thing, and I get it, because it's the same way you probably sit in the studio watching you do what you do. In the beginning, it's probably like, wow, this is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then about 6 hours later, it's like,
It's
God,
hard,
I mean, can we go now?
Here we go now.
And it's the same thing, like in the film. It's like I've had people like want to come over and hang out and watch me edit a film. They're like, oh, that'd be cool to watch how you put a film together. Then after a while, I can see the look sitting there, and it's like,
Because you have to be very
you
detailed.
know, yeah, because you as the artist, you know what it is you want, what you're trying to hear.
Yep.
And if you ain't hearing it, it's like, let's go
Right.
back, let's do it again.
That's right. That's right.
So I saw where you did you worked with Shirley Murdoch.
Yeah.
How did that whole thing?
It's just so funny how things are. My sister and I were talking about this earlier, how things are aligned for you. You know, like, I don't believe in coincidence.
Right.
I just believe that things are put there,
Right.
you know, in line for you. And so, I, starting out, you know, as a local artist, I started out in the talent shows, and the talent shows turned to karaoke's and winning contests, and then that turned into I got pulled by the Groove Society, which was Don and Lady J.
Okay.
So they pulled me in to actually be their front person to lead the band. So they were the first to give me my chance
Okay.
with being a front person. I'm saying all this to say we were performing at something out at Eden Park. I can't remember what the festival was. And there was another drummer, Chip. I'm not sure if you know Chip.
Yeah, no Chip.
He actually saw me singing with them. He went back and told the Troutmans, and I just got a phone call one day. I think either from Big Rob,
Okay.
or Lester. It was Lester Troutman. One of them called me and said, you know, well, I've heard a lot about you. Can you come audition for us?
Right.
And I went and auditioned for Lester Troutman and Dale, which is Shirley's husband, and next thing I know, I was on the road with them the very next week.
Wow.
So with Zap, and I was with them, and so that led, of course, to singing background for Shirley Murdoch, and just being in that whole Troutman enterprise.
Wow.
And it was such an awesome experience.
I bet it was.
Learning from legends. You know,
Right.
I was younger than them, but you know, I'm always a fan. I was a fan before. I was a fan during. You know, sometimes I would sit on stage before I would, you know, take my place on stage. Like, I can't believe, you know, like this is,
Right.
you know, I was little. My mom taking me to, you know, Roselawn Park to the, you know, the concerts in the park to see Roger and Zapp. You know, and now here it is. I'm singing with this group, and I'm learning from these legends. You know, and artists like Shirley, vocalists that I definitely always look up to. I'm now working, you know, she's coaching me. You know, like, that's just unbelievable. You know, and that's truly a blessing. I think I'm very highly favored for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting too that you said that, because I think a lot of times we kind of like, we want to try to plan and orchestrate, and sometimes it's like at my age now, it took me a while to learn this. But I'm kind of learning now that sometimes you just got to let the planets line themselves up and let this stuff happen. And usually when you do that, it'll kind of happen like that.
It's basically just being prepared, just staying prepared. You can never learn too much. You know, you can never know too much. And I'm a firm believer, you know, I tell everybody, continue growing, continue, you know, trying to seek all knowledge, being a master of what you do. And it's like everything will fall into place. Just put that out there with what you want to do, and just get prepared, because it's gonna come.
So you did the background. Did you see the documentary 20 Feet from Stardom? Have you watched that yet?
No.
Oh, you got to check that out.
Is that with all of the groups?
Fisher. What's the young lady name? Just great. Just ready to say her name. I'm bad with names. Sorry about that. Fisher, I can't think. Her name is Fisher. I think.
Singer?
She's a singer.
Lisa?
She was singing. She had a solo career for a minute, and she went back to doing background singing.
She sang background for Luther. I think,
Luther, Rolling Stones,
Yeah.
and that's a you
I
gotta
didn't
check
see
that
them.
out.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, that's really good.
I love stuff like that. You know, just watching everyone's journey.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a story.
Right, and it's always interesting too when people that are background singers become their own lead singers and that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you was like, what artists out there that if you had your choice to do a duet with, male or female?
Male or female? Wow. Oh my goodness.
Well, let's go with male first.
Okay, male. Jeez. I would love to do something with like Jaheim.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, just very soulful.
Yeah.
And actually, one of my good friends remind me a lot of Jaheim. If I can pick someone like that, it would be like Vic G. They used to sing with sing with Three from the Soul.
Okay.
I would love to do something with him. But as far as a national artist, Jaheim, Anthony Hamilton, I would love that.
Yeah.
Even I would love to actually do something with or have something produced by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
You know, just.
Now we were talking about what it would be like to be in the studio. I can imagine what it's like.
That would be crazy. But it's so many, and I listen to so many different, genres of music. Like, it's a lot of different people. Female, who would not? Evelyn Champagne King. If Tina Marie was still living.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Tina Marie.
And she's I got a chance, Zach, we did, I think like 3 or 4 shows, runs with her, and I got to know her and talk to her one-on-one, and she was such a great person.
Yeah.
Such a great spirit, and I would love to do something, have done something with her.
She was a real, people always talk about, somebody having a ghetto pass or whatever, a soul pass, whatever car. She truly had it, because, she was like real R&B rhythm. She was seriously rhythm and blues.
Yeah, she was. And so any of those soul singers, Shaka Khan, if I could get with Shaka, oh my gosh, that would be so wonderful.
See, so that tells me you like that good old classic R&B, the stuff that real music come from. Yeah. The foundation of that good stuff.
Most definitely. Everybody, who knows me know, or come to one of the shows or anything that I do, when I'm doing those cover songs, it's Tina Marie's, the Jocelyn Browns, the Evelyn Champagne Kings, just the 80s R&B singers, the singers, period. Like, I love it. Like, and even some of the newer artists, Jill Scott, just they're great. They're great artists. So. But I'm old. So.
But see, the thing what I like about it, and I always bring it up because I guess I'm an older guy, and I reflect back on those days when music was great. I just can't help that because today sometimes what bothers me today about artists is that you get the CD, it sounds great, but I always had that wonder but could you really just without the studio stuff sound that good? And I know a lot of them can't because a lot of it. With the industry, they're selling an image.
Yeah, it is.
And that's kind of is so whack in a lot of ways because it's like
very whack.
True, it makes money. Y'all sell records, but it's like you're sort of cheating to me. People who really appreciate great music because there's so many artists like some of these today pop artists. They're in the concert and they're not even singing.
They're not. And. That's so very true. Like, and even Beyonce, it's like the bigger she gets, the less she sings. Like, starting out, I appreciated her I think she's a great overall entertainer. But it's like you're not singing anything anymore. You're pre-recording these tracks, which is okay because if you're doing so many shows, you have to, it's good to, reserve your voice on some things.
Right.
But
yeah, but it's kind of like. What that makes me feel when I was hearing about when Janet Jackson was doing it, and I was kind of like, to me, what that says is you're paying money. It's like I'm paying money to see your live video versus a live performance.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I can watch your video on MTV, VH1. If I'm putting down 50, 60, 70, whatever buck, I want to see you sing. I want to hear you sing.
Right. I want to see something. I want to hear something. I don't want to hear the record. I don't want to hear the record like it is that you recorded it. Give us something different, and that's what I do on, you know, in my shows. Give me I'll give you something different. I'm not gonna give you the same thing I did last night or what was recorded on the record. We're gonna do something different.
Right.
So
like saying about Beyonce and trying to reserve her voice and all that. So what kind of, do you have some little special exercises you do before you sing, or you got to have like Mariah Carey, you got to have the humidifiers going?
You know what, baby, these artists
lemon,
can get
honey,
so
tea,
ridiculous.
and peppermint tea.
But you know, you do. You know, sometimes they can get really ridiculous with some of the demands that they have. But it's simple. A humidifier, okay, that's great.
Right.
Anything with me, it's water, lemon juice. You know, some people like, you know, what are you sipping up, you know, on stage, or what do you go sip? Because sometimes I have little juice, lemon juice packets. And, you know, a lot of vocalists say, you can't have lemon juice because it'll dry you out. Not me. It really helps. So I'm lemon juice, gum, and water. Okay. That's it.
I hear Aretha Franklin, they say that she's about the air conditioning. She don't like to have the air conditioning.
Right, because if you're, and that's really bad too, because when you're sweating and you go back into the air, that's horrible. I mean, that's horrible. You know, you can really get sick. So I can see that, or smoking. I don't do smoking venues.
I remember, like, I was thinking about some singers when you said that. I thought about some singers who smoked. And Dionne Warwick, I mean, she was like a pretty serious smoker.
I don't see how they do it. I don't see how.
But she was able to pull it off for a while. After a while, it catches. It's just you just can't keep, because it's kind of like you're abusing your vocal cord.
You are, and it's not healthy at all. So
that's probably why we don't hear her sing today. I was looking at your Reverb website, and see you got some videos like jazz. I'm pretty sure that's kind of one of your.
It's in there somewhere. I'm not a big jazz person. I have been booked for some jazz things, but I'm not a huge jazz singer. I will try it one day. I'm not, at this point, I'm not chasing record deals. Right. I'm doing this. I've been, like I said, I've been doing it for so long. So number one, it's the love. So number two is that I feel like, of course, it is my calling. So it is a message that I need to, whatever it is, it needs to work through me to get to somebody else to, you know, I might say, you know, help somebody some way that night on a show. So that's where I am at this point. I just want to make the music to do that. Right.
Because a lot of times, too, that's what people don't understand. When people, like, they look at the whole, you know, getting a contract, getting a deal, getting all the money, but there's a clause to that, you know, because there's something that's going to be expected from you. And like I was saying, the industry, like the devil, I mean, they do a little manipulating type games with people, which it puts you in a position, do I just, like, you know, just not consider my values and what it is that makes me who I am to do this next gig or what next project or whatever. So
one thing, and one person I really look up to is my brother Big Rob. Actually, he was in Zap, and I actually still sing background for him. But he is a good example of he's doing everything himself. And he's not signed to any label or anything. Everything is right in his hands. And it's opened doors for him to have a song on Tyler Perry's movie. You know, so that you know, so what do you need a label and all of that for? His blessings, you know, just came to him, and it's all in his own company. So
and that's the thing that I think one of the great things about technology, because, you know, we talked about the albums, we don't have the albums, we don't have the phonos or stereos no more. We have all of this digital stuff. The great thing about it, though, what that has done, that has broken down the gatekeeper walls, where the studios was, you know, You know, you get in, you don't. He get in,
Right.
he don't. Now it's like I don't need to go y'all route because if I build up a large enough fan base with social media, Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah.
all of this other stuff, I can, and there's some artists out there that probably some people probably never heard of generating some good ass money,
Right.
doing their own thing.
Eric Roberson, I think he's probably like, I think he might be like the highest paid independent artist.
See?
And a lot of people have not even heard of him. But he's wrote so many songs for so many different people.
See, that's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah.
That's like you don't have to feel that sort of that. I mean, it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword to me because I always say that to people. Like I've had people say like, I thought probably by now you'd have been off in Hollywood.
Right.
I'm like, nah, probably if I would have been off in Hollywood, I probably would be behind some bars behind Hollywood because I probably got locked up because if there's some actor would have pissed me off and I probably would have jacked him up because he didn't want to come out of his trailer because he didn't get lobster today.
Right. Right.
You know, like I got a $20 million movie budget behind me, and you don't want to come out the trailer because you didn't get. Oh, you coming out the trailer?
Right.
You coming out the trailer?
And I've seen that. I've seen quite a few artists, big artists that I loved. I had, plenty albums, CDs, and being on the road, I've seen them, and just horrible attitudes. Just it really changed my whole view, like being out there in that. Like,
right. Then it's the drugs and it's all of the other stuff.
And I can see how some of the stories that we hear,
right.
I can see how that happens because it's so much pressure.
The pressure is, I can just, I've never actually lived in that life, but I can just imagine when so much is put on you and you got all of these demands and you got the studios and then you got your personal people because you got friends and family now. They about to take my house, baby.
Right.
Can you help me?
And it's like you constantly have to, and it's like you're constantly, you have so much going on, so you have to stay up. You want to stay healthy. You have to stay awake. You have to do this. You have to do that. So I can see how some of these people really get caught up, and then the pressure of, image and so we have these people, getting so thin and
right.
fighting,
right.
weight issues, and I can see that, and I've seen where things are so easily available that are in your reach.
Oh yeah, because when the money's there, you ain't gotta worry about getting some bad blow or some bad weed. The good man, the dude with the good stuff gonna find.
Right, and sometimes sometimes the money don't even have to be there. It's the fact that who they think you are.
Right. That image,
That's crazy.
Who was it's not John McEnroe. That wasn't I forgot the one tennis player who said that years back when he was promoting Canon cameras, and he was like, image is everything. And I think about that line so much because today it's all about the image, and the image is so misleading, because there's some people out there, you know who you are. Some of these folks on Facebook, you put these images out there like, the king of the world. And if you just pull back the curtain, like on Wizard of Oz, it's a little man back there working the controls, and the wizard was a fraud.
The wizard was a fraud. That's a lot of fraud.
That's a lot of fraud. You know who you are. I don't have to call you.
It's a lot of them.
But see, that's what has happened with all of this stuff.
Right.
It's like we have all this fake and not realistic
Right.
stuff, and we don't have like real singers like you.
Right.
We have a lot of these people that they can go in the studio and they put the right button and hit the right control. They sound good as you, but they really can't sing that good.
You put them on a stage or you take them out of their box.
Or if the CD player gets stuck on something, and you got because Milli Vanilli was the perfect example of that.
I was gonna say.
You know what? I mean, that was the biggest musical industry fraud. That was huge.
It was. And
wow.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And that's funny that you say that because that's why I titled the project Soul Exposed. Because that's what I want to do. I want to just I'm putting myself out there.
Okay.
Just raw, I said I want the sound of like, how you turn on an old Rufus and Shaka Khan record and it sound like they recorded it in their basement.
Right.
Hit play and go. Let's go.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that though. I mean, at the same time, like I said, if I've been in the studios where I watch musicians do their thing and I sit there and be like, God, how many times are you gonna play that song? But at the same time though, I get it because I'm the same way when I'm editing, and it's kind of like, it's one frame. And I'm like, that one frame. And for y'all, like, it's one note sometimes. And
Yeah.
If you could produce or write a song for artists, who would you like? What artist? What female singer would you like to write a song?
To write a song for, I would love to do something for Shirley. She's gospel now, and I have quite a few inspirational songs that I want to present to her. But I would love to write for like Lettucey. She's such an amazing vocalist and entertainer. I think she has the way she delivers things. Like, I would love to write something for her. Yeah. So, but you know, I'm working with a few younger artists. So we'll see what happens with it.
So obviously they can find. How can they find you? I know you got the website, you got the Facebook,
Everything.
you got the.
I tell everybody, if you put in my name, Google my name, I'm the first thing that comes up, and that's what it's
Give me a fist bump on that one.
That's what it's about. If you're an artist and you're trying to do something, make sure your name is the first thing that comes up there. Because
if you, like we was talking about the people fronting, if I Google search your name and it's like a half a page, like they got 2 comments, then you ain't doing all what you're saying you're doing. But if you're really out there doing some stuff,
then it's out there.
Then the person just, see, I like that. It's like, that's so cool. You're like, Facebook, website, all that. Just Google my name.
Just Google. And that's the truth. Like, you know, instead of running down all kind of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I'm on all of it.
Right.
It's right there. Just put in the name, D'*YENNA Dukes. Even if you spell it the regular name that I was born with in Lincoln Heights, Deanna Dukes, it's still gonna be the first name to come up. So
see, that's what's up. Facebook, Twitter,
everything.
All these social media people.
Pinterest.
Go to Google.
All
that. Find it all.
And you'll find it all.
Well, I'm glad that you came down in my basement.
I appreciate you.
I hate when people say they're gonna show and don't show.
You know, sometimes I'm late, but you know, they know.
Oh, see, I know, but it's a musician thing. I know how you musicians are. I was like, because I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, she said she'd be. I'm like, she's a musician.
Yeah.
You know, they usually don't run on time.
Especially the lead singer.
Let's see. But I'm cool with that.
Ask down there, they know I'm coming in. They'd already started the set, and I'm running in. Here I come with my mic. Here
I'm cool with that. Cause I'm like that sometimes. When like people say, like, you the director, you should have been here. Like, no, that's right. I'm the director. And sometimes, life is demanding. It's like I can't always get here on time like I should, but I try.
Right.
Well, Deanna, I am glad. Like I said, you came through.
Yes.
You came down those steps, and she got some heels.
They know.
Like, again, I'm glad you came through. I'm glad for people who tuned in. Check her out. Google her name.
Yes.
See? Google her.
Yes.
Forget all that. You can, Facebook and all that stuff like that. It's there. But when you Google the name, she's there.
Yep.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you.
Basement Show After Dark. See you on the next one. And we're out. Peace, y'all.